Hello, everyone, and welcome to Easy English Lab. I'm Mia, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Leo. Today we're starting a new series that's very close to my heart and my health. We're talking about health and wellness in simple English.
That's right, Leo. Health is something everyone cares about, no matter what language they speak. And today we're starting with exercise and movement.
Exercise is so important, Mia. But when I first started learning about it in English, I found some words confusing. Like, what's the difference between workout and exercise?
That's a great question, Leo. Exercise is more general. It means any physical activity. Workout usually means doing exercise at a gym or following a specific plan. For example, I exercise every day by walking to work, or I work out at the gym 3 times a week.
I see. So yesterday I could say, I exercised by walking in the park, but not, I worked out by walking in the park.
Exactly. Now let's talk about different types of exercise. There's cardio. That's short for cardiovascular exercise. This makes your heart beat faster. Running, swimming, and cycling are cardio exercises.
Cardio, okay. And then there's strength training or weightlifting. That's when you lift weights to make your muscles stronger.
Perfect. And there's also flexibility exercises like stretching or yoga. These help you bend and move more easily.
So many types. How often should people exercise?
Most experts say get at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. Moderate means not too easy, not too hard. You should be able to talk, but not sing.
That's helpful. Now, let me share my exercise story. Last year, I decided to get healthier. My first step was buying running shoes.
That's a great first step. What happened next?
I tried to run every morning, but I made a big mistake. I ran too fast on the first day. After 5 minutes, I couldn't breathe. I had to stop and walk home.
Oh no, that's a common mistake. It's better to start slow. Maybe walk first, then add some running gradually.
Yes, I learned that lesson. Now I use an app on my phone. It says, start with walking for 30 minutes. After 2 weeks, add 1 minute of running for every 4 minutes of walking.
That's a smart plan. What other exercise do you do?
I found something I really enjoy, swimming. The water feels good on my joints. And I learned swimming vocabulary. To swim laps means swimming back and forth in the pool. Freestyle is a swimming style. And kickboard is that float you hold while kicking.
Wonderful. Finding exercise you enjoy is so important. If you don't like running, try dancing. If you don't like the gym, try hiking in nature.
That's true. My friend hates the gym but loves hiking. Every weekend he goes to the mountains and says, I'm going for a hike. It's good exercise and I enjoy nature.
Perfect example. Now, what about people who work in offices all day? Sitting for long periods isn't healthy.
Good point. I try to stand up every hour. I set a reminder on my phone that says, time to stand up and stretch. I do simple stretches at my desk.
That's excellent. You could say, I take short movement breaks throughout the day, or I stretch at my desk to prevent stiffness.
Exactly. And for people starting exercise, what should they remember?
First, start slow. Second, choose activities you enjoy. Third, be consistent. It's better to exercise 20 minutes every day than 2 hours once a week. And fourth, listen to your body. If something hurts, stop.
Great advice. You know, talking about exercise reminds me of another important health topic.
Sleep? Because good exercise helps you sleep better.
Exactly. And sleep is something I've been learning about recently. But that's a topic for our next conversation.
Welcome back. We just talked about exercise, and Leo mentioned something very important, sleep. Today we're talking about sleep and rest in English.
Sleep is something we all do, but not everyone does it well. I used to have terrible sleep habits. I would stay up late watching videos on my phone.
Many people have that problem. What changed for you?
I read an article that said adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. I was only getting 5 or 6 hours. I decided to make changes.
That's a common issue. Let's talk about sleep vocabulary first. To fall asleep means to start sleeping. To wake up means to stop sleeping. And insomnia means you can't sleep when you want to.
Useful words. I used to have trouble falling asleep. My mind would be very active. I would think about work, about problems, about everything.
That's called racing thoughts. Many people experience this. What helped you?
I created a bedtime routine. That means doing the same things every night before bed. My routine: turn off screens 1 hour before bed, drink herbal tea, read a book, a real book, not on a screen, then lights out.
Excellent routine. The blue light from screens can make it hard to sleep. What about your bedroom environment?
I made it darker and cooler. I bought blackout curtains and set the temperature to about 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. I also got a better pillow.
Those are all good changes. Now, let's talk about naps. Are naps good or bad?
I learned that short naps can be good, but long naps can make night sleep difficult. A power nap of 20 to 30 minutes can give you energy, but napping for 2 hours might ruin your night sleep.
Exactly. And what about weekends? Some people sleep very late on weekends.
That was me. I would sleep until noon on Saturday, but I learned that keeping a consistent sleep schedule is better. Going to bed and waking up at similar times every day, even on weekends.
That helps your body's internal clock. Now, what if someone really can't sleep?
Instead of staying in bed worrying, experts say, get out of bed, go to another room, do something quiet and relaxing until you feel sleepy, then return to bed.
Good advice. What about sleep trackers or apps?
I tried a sleep tracking app. It told me how many hours I slept and how much of deep sleep and REM sleep I got. REM sleep is when we dream.
Interesting. But sometimes those trackers can make people anxious about sleep. The most important thing is how you feel during the day.
True, if you feel tired all day, you might not be getting enough good sleep. But if you feel rested and energetic, you're probably sleeping well.
Now, let's talk about rest that isn't sleep. Rest can mean relaxing activities while awake,
Like what?
like meditation, deep breathing, listening to calm music, or just sitting quietly. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing can help reduce stress.
I've tried meditation. At first, it was hard because my mind kept wandering, but the teacher said, it's normal for your mind to wander. Just gently bring your attention back to your breathing.
That's good guidance. Rest is especially important for people with busy lives or stressful jobs.
Absolutely. My sister is a nurse. She works long hours and deals with stressful situations. She says, after a difficult shift, I need quiet time to rest my mind, not just my body.
Wise words. And speaking of what we put in our bodies,
You mean food and drink, because what we eat and drink affects both our energy and our sleep.
exactly. And that's a big topic for our next conversation. Welcome back. We've talked about exercise and sleep. Now let's talk about something everyone does every day: eating. Today's topic: healthy eating in simple English.
This is important, Mia. When I first learned about healthy eating in English, I was confused by all the different advice.
It can be confusing. Let's start with basic vocabulary. Nutritious means food that's good for your body. Processed food means food changed from its natural state, and whole foods means foods in their natural state.
So fruits and vegetables are whole foods. Potato chips are processed foods.
Exactly. Now, what does a healthy meal look like?
I learned about balanced meals. That means including different types of foods, protein, vegetables, carbohydrates, and healthy fats.
Good. Let's talk about each. Protein, chicken, fish, beans, tofu. Vegetables, broccoli, carrots, spinach. Carbohydrates, rice, bread, potatoes. Healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil.
And we should drink plenty of water. I try to drink 8 glasses of water every day.
That's a good goal. Now, what about portion sizes? That means how much food you eat at one time.
Portion sizes in restaurants are often too big. I learned to use my hand as a guide. A portion of protein should be about the size of your palm, carbohydrates about the size of your fist.
That's a helpful visual guide. Now, let's talk about cooking. Do you cook at home?
Yes, I try to cook at home more than eating out. Cooking at home is usually healthier and cheaper. I've learned cooking vocabulary. Chop vegetables, boil water, fry in a pan, bake in the oven.
Great. And what about meal planning? That means deciding what to eat in advance.
Meal planning saves me time and money. Every Sunday, I plan meals for the week, I make a shopping list and buy everything I need. This way, I don't order unhealthy takeout when I'm tired.
Smart. Now, what about snacks? Many people eat unhealthy snacks.
I used to eat chips and cookies for snacks. Now I keep healthy snacks ready. Cut vegetables, fruit, nuts, yogurt.
Perfect. What about drinks? Sugary drinks have many calories but little nutrition.
I stopped drinking soda. Now I drink water, herbal tea, or sometimes sparkling water with lemon. It was hard at first, but now I don't even miss soda.
That's a healthy change. Now, let's talk about a common problem, emotional eating. That means eating when you're not hungry, but because you're stressed, sad, or bored.
I used to do that. When I felt stressed at work, I would eat chocolate. Now I try to find other ways to deal with stress. Take a short walk, call a friend, or drink tea.
Excellent strategies. Now, what about eating out at restaurants? That can be challenging for healthy eating.
When I eat out, I look for grilled instead of fried foods. I ask for sauces on the side, and sometimes I share a meal with a friend because restaurant portions are so big.
All good strategies. Now, what about dietary restrictions or allergies? Some people can't eat certain foods.
Important point. If someone has a food allergy, they need to be able to say it clearly. For example, I'm allergic to nuts, or I can't eat dairy products.
And if someone is vegetarian or vegan, I don't eat meat or I don't eat any animal products.
Right. Now, here's something interesting I learned. Healthy eating isn't about being perfect all the time. It's about balance.
Exactly. It's okay to enjoy dessert sometimes. The problem is eating dessert every day. A good rule, eat healthy most of the time and enjoy treats sometimes.
I like that rule. You know, eating healthy food and exercising regularly definitely helps my mood and energy.
Which brings us to our final topic, mental health and stress management, because physical health and mental health are connected. Welcome to our final part in this series. We've talked about exercise, sleep, and eating. Today we complete the picture with mental health and stress management.
This topic is so important, Mia. In today's busy world, everyone experiences stress. Learning to manage it in healthy ways is crucial.
Let's start with basic vocabulary. Stress means feeling worried or overwhelmed. Anxiety is stronger, longer-lasting worry. Mental health means our emotional and psychological well-being.
And it's important to remember, having mental health challenges doesn't mean you're weak. Just like physical health, mental health needs care and attention.
Well said, Leo. Now, what are common signs of too much stress?
Difficulty sleeping, headaches, feeling tired all the time, getting angry easily, trouble concentrating. I experienced some of these last year when I had too much work.
What helped you manage that stress?
First, I learned to recognize when I was getting too stressed. My first sign is usually trouble sleeping. When that happens, I know I need to make changes.
Good self-awareness. What changes do you make?
I practice time management. That means planning my time better so I don't feel rushed. I make to-do lists and prioritize the most important tasks.
Excellent. Now, what about relaxation techniques?
Deep breathing helps me a lot. When I feel stressed, I stop and take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in slowly through the nose, hold for a moment, breathe out slowly through the mouth.
Simple but effective. What about other techniques?
I try to spend time in nature. Even a 15-minute walk in a park helps clear my mind. And I limit my screen time, especially social media, which can sometimes increase stress.
Those are all good strategies. Now, what about talking about feelings? That's important for mental health too.
Yes, in some cultures, people don't talk about feelings much, but keeping emotions inside can increase stress. It helps to talk to someone you trust.
And if someone doesn't have a person to talk to?
Writing in a journal can help. Just writing down thoughts and feelings can make them feel more manageable. Or some people find help through counseling or therapy.
Those are good options. Now, what about work-life balance? That means balancing work time and personal time.
This was hard for me. I used to check work emails in the evening and on weekends. Now I set boundaries. No work emails after 7 p.m. or on weekends unless it's an emergency.
Healthy boundaries are important. What about hobbies and activities you enjoy?
Having hobbies is so important for mental health. I play guitar, and when I'm playing music, I don't think about my worries. My friend gardens, another friend paints. Doing activities we enjoy reduces stress.
Perfect examples. Now, what about helping others? Sometimes that helps our own mental health too.
Absolutely. Volunteering or helping friends can give a sense of purpose and connection, but it's also important to help yourself first. Like on airplanes, they say, put on your own oxygen mask before helping others.
Great analogy. Now, what if someone is experiencing serious mental health challenges?
They should seek professional help, just like they would for a physical health problem. They can say, I'm struggling with my mental health. I need to see a doctor or therapist.
Important advice. And remember, mental health is a journey, not a destination. Some days will be better than others.
That's so true. On difficult days, I remind myself, this feeling won't last forever. I've gotten through hard times before, and I will get through this too.
Beautiful perspective. So to summarize our whole series, taking care of our health means exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, and managing stress. All these parts work together.
Exactly. When I exercise, I sleep better. When I sleep better, I make healthier food choices. When I eat well, I have more energy to exercise and manage stress. It's a positive cycle.
Perfect summary, Leo. We hope this series has given you useful English vocabulary and practical ideas for your health journey.
Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. Start with one thing, and when that becomes a habit, add another.
Thank you for joining us for this important conversation about health. Your health is your wealth, as they say.